Welcome back to another live here on my YouTube channel. Yes, this is another live. Hopefully this looks really good and the audio works out. Doesn't sound like a robot and whatnot. I want to give it a minute until everyone starts to show up. And yeah, thank you for joining me. I know I got to talk here because the people that come here and watch it after my live stream goes on, it kind of feels awkward for the first few minutes. So let's get this live stream going, guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome. As you can tell by today's title, I'm going to be talking about a lot of different stuff, mainly just lists and whiskey awards and all that kind of stuff, and like all these like competitions that happen every year, and then everyone goes crazy over these whiskeys, and I'm not a big fan of those. So yeah, give it a minute, let everyone start to show up, and yeah, we'll get the show started. Let's hopefully get everything moving here. But yeah, give it a minute, let everyone start showing up, see how things go. But yeah, welcome everyone. Give some time. And also, do not know what I'm actually going to be drinking yet. I'm waiting for everyone to show up and kind of give me an idea on what to drink. I think I'm actually going to go with Henry McKenna. Actually, you know what? I'm going to grab myself some Henry McKenna right now. Sounds like a really good pour. It's a really hype bottle just because it did win an award. I think it was Whiskey Advocate. Here, one second. I'm going to put my earplugs in, hopefully, because the audio supposedly sounded better last time. Actually, never mind. Let's not do that. Forget that. We're going to go right here. But yeah, this bottle, this wasn't the actual batch that won. But it was a bottle from, I don't remember exactly, but I've actually owned the bottle that actually won the award. I've actually owned two of them. However, I never actually got to try that batch or that what they call it, that one before. I got the one that everyone was all talking about, all hyped up, and they had it at a local Total Wine. Couldn't get my hands on it. Again, long story short, a friend of mine dropped both of those bottles. So yeah, not hyped about that one bit. But yeah, welcome. I'm going to give some time for everyone to show up because I know YouTube likes to take its sweet time for everyone to show up for some reason. And also the view counter up here in my corner isn't very accurate. I know sometimes it says there's no one on here, and there's literally like 8 people. I can look at the YouTube thing, and it shows how many people are actually watching at it and everything, and it kind of never really matches up correctly. So yeah, we're going to give it some time. I know because everyone takes a while to show up. But yeah. Welcome, guys. I know people are going to show up. It takes some time for everyone to show up. But oh well. Welcome to the stream, though. So this is the Henry McKenna single barrel bottled and bond 10-year-old. This is barrel 6379. This was barreled on April 1st, 2009. So yeah, get this thing opened up. And let's go for a pour. There we go. That should be good enough for now. So this is one of my few bottles I haven't taken off any of the wrapper on it too. So I normally go and remove all the wrapper to make it look really nice. And this is just one I just haven't done that with for some reason. Okay, yeah, it goes this way. Yeah, I'm really stickler about making sure I put it back on there correctly or lined up right. Kind of got some OCD about that. I don't know why. But yeah. Oh yeah, this is a very good barrel. I really like it. I've had this bottle for probably about a year and a half, maybe. Very good. Oh, yeah. Very good. So I'm going to give it some time, let some people show up because, like I said, YouTube, StreamYard, and everything, there is like a huge lag. I normally notice like at the 10-minute mark is when everyone kind of shows up and everything kind of start registering and everything. I don't know why. I think it's like the latency or something like that. I know the between the StreamYard to what actually happens on YouTube is about like 15 to about 20, 30 seconds. And like comments don't show up for like 30 seconds or longer on StreamYard. I don't know. It's because I don't pay for StreamYard. As you can tell, I'm still using the free version. I'm going to be upgrading that pretty soon. I just haven't done that yet. And also, I got some good news when Alex shows up, because Alex will be really happy about that. Alex, if you're here, jump in. Let me know you're here. But yeah. Yeah, put some comments down below. I know it shows there's 6 people in here so far, and that may be incorrect because you never know. This lag and everything goes on in YouTube and StreamYard. Smells good. But yeah, where's everyone at? It's taking a while. Normally on the Whiskey Discord, Whiskey Tribe Discord, there's a lot of people that are on there. We talk and hang out all the time. And normally we're really active on Thursday night. And then I start my stream and everyone jumps over here. But for some reason, it's kind of slow today. No one was really on there. I jumped on there. Marshall was on there. A few of the guys. But yeah. I have to say, this whiskey did win an award. I understand why. But it's a very good. It's a very good whiskey, but the prices, I seen it go for like $200 or $300 a bottle. I don't get it. But when you talk about whiskey awards, I'm going to go in that a little later. I prefer ones that are done by panels or by multiple judges, not just by one person. And still, those panels can be swayed by their influences, what they enjoy, and all that kind of stuff. So it's kind of hard to talk about, though. I know, give it some time for everyone to show up. I know now it says I got 7 people in here, so I'm telling you, YouTube doesn't work in mysterious ways with StreamYard, I guess. But yeah, guys, leave a comment below. Tell me what you guys got in your glass today. We got drinking, we got going on and everything. I know, Marshall, you probably got some type of rye, rum, or your Jefferson rye. I believe it's the port finish. I don't remember which finish that one is. Cognac finish. That's right, cognac finish. I'm really excited to get my hands on one of those when they start showing up, because based on how everyone's been talking about it, I know today's video is talk about hype and why you should be following hype, but I do really enjoy a cognac finish whiskey. Bud Oath Pack 6 was a cognac finish, I believe, and that was amazing. And yeah, I just like trying new and different stuff. Oh, here we go. John just showed up. We're coming in late, but we are here. I know everyone kind of shows up late. Sometimes they're here, sometimes they're not. I know it takes a while for YouTube to get things rolling and to send out notifications. Oops, I clicked the wrong button again. But yeah, it just takes a while for everything to get moving. Like always. And today, I feel like I'm actually going to go for about 2 hours, depending on how things go. As long as people are here interacting and all that good stuff, I will continue on for 2 hours instead of just doing my 1 hour. So here in California, I'll go to about 10, but I know that would be like 1 o'clock, and some people on the East Coast and everything. I know, Travis, if he ends up here, suck it up, buddy. I know you enjoy sitting here watching me. But yeah, wait for everyone to show up and everything. So yeah, John, what do you have in your glass today? I want to know what's going on. It says you froze. Am I frozen? Hold on, let me check my phone. I can pull it up. Looks like I'm still running. I don't know. Am I frozen? Maybe. Is it freezing? Yeah, let me see what's going on with that. If it's frozen, let me check my Wi-Fi. My Wi-Fi is amazing here, so that should have no issue. One moment, please, guys. Bear with me. Yeah, I'm connected to it, and it's showing it's working pretty well. Connection, it says connection is fairly well, so whatever that means, guys. It may be your connection. It says connection is perfect, and I got 200 up and down here, so Not sure what's going on. But yeah, welcome. John, let me know what you have in your glass. Can you hear me right now? Here, let me send you a message see if it's working. Yeah, just sent you a message, John. Let me know if it's still frozen or not. I'm trying to figure out what's going on. I know this whole StreamYard thing. Ooh, all right. So I know all good now. Perfect. Sweet. Got Flor de Canada in my glass. Is that not familiar with that? Flor de Canada. Sounds familiar though. What is that? Is that a cognac or not cognac? Tequila? Flor de Canada. Oh, it's a rum. Okay. Yeah, I'm not familiar with that. Yeah, if Marshall was here, he'd be like all into that right now with all the rum and everything. He loves rum. Yeah, this stuff really opens up over time as well. Yeah, it does really well when it sits, and I forget what the proof is on this one. Yeah, this is it's 100 proof. That's right. Bon. Duh, forgot about that. So yes, it is a rum. Yeah, I did a quick Google search real quick to see what it was. Yeah, it sounded familiar, but I wasn't sure what it was. But yeah, welcome guys. I know my view counter is going up and down all the time. I don't know if it's dropping out, coming back in and everything. Let me know what's the status on this, because John, you said it was freezing. I understand that, but it happens. But oh well. But yeah, this whiskey does really well with some water, like a very hint of water, not a lot. It's like a few drops. Beautiful. And then this stuff it does well when it sits out for a little bit, opens up in the glass as well. But yeah, I give it some time before I get into the full story and like the whole topic of today. As you can tell, it says don't buy and don't listen to the hype. Don't buy any of the hype whiskeys. Don't listen to any awards. Don't listen to any of that kind of stuff, because half the time you're being drugged in by the distillery themselves and whatnot. And I don't really want to go into it right now. I want to wait till a little bit later so I can get a little more detailed in it. But I want to get your guys' opinion, because the reason why this is expensive now, I believe it was like a $28, it was like a $24 bottle, and now it's at Total Wine for like 60, or like $75 now at Total Wine. And I can see it on the shelves at small shops or like random shops or random places. They have it for, it range from like 80, and the very low sometimes, $80 all the way to like $300 for a bottle of this stuff. I don't get it. It's good stuff. It would have been great if it was still about like the $28 range, or is it like $35? I may be incorrect. So it says 6 people in here, but no one's talking. Maybe the chat thing is not working for them. I don't know. Is the chat working on YouTube? Is no one here? Just here to support. Thank you, Pedro. Welcome. I know. Just trying to get things going. I know it takes a while. I don't know why. It sometimes takes like 15, maybe 20 minutes for everyone to start showing up or get the notification. I know the other night I was Mash and Drums live stream didn't tell me that it was going live, didn't tell me anything. And then the only way I had to look at it and find his live was to actually go on and click on his profile on YouTube and then click on the video that was live. It says, I got Henry McKenna for $50 and 9 Hills. Nice. Yeah, that's a really good price. Was that at like Bedmo or Total Wine? Probably the Total Wine that's right there. Or no, the Bedmo in Anaheim Hills. But yeah, that's a really good price. I've seen it go for I've seen it a few times for like $200 to $300 range. But yeah, I've seen it all over the place as well. But yeah, it's a really good price. Honestly, I would still pay the $50. That's reasonable in my sight. Like I think retail is like between like $50 to about $80. It depends on where you go. All right, I'm going to check my spreadsheet. I have my spreadsheet I'm going to pull up real quick and tell you how much I paid for this one. I've had this one for a while. Yeah, Henry McKenna, where's it at? I'll tell you exactly how much I paid for it. Slot 118. Yeah, I paid $32 for this. And this was just before, or no, this was just after it announced, and I went out and had to purchase it because the 2 bottles that I had before it was announced got broken by a friend. Both of them got broken by the same friend. So it says I paid $80 not knowing, was disappointed at the first. It was opened up now and enjoyed it. Yeah, I say it opens up and it's great. It really opens up in the glass as well. It's all about preference on what you really like. But yeah. So you said it was at Infused Spirits. Okay. Have you checked out Grape Press that's up there as well? They got some good stuff. I heard some shoddy stuff about it as well. Infumient. Okay. Oh, sorry. Infumient Spirits. Okay. Yeah, I've never been there. I've been to the Bedmo that's there, and I went by Grape Press, but didn't buy anything. A lot of stuff some things were good prices, some things were expensive. This was a while ago. I haven't been there in a while. But yeah. Yeah. Let's see how things are going, guys. Pedro, what do you have in your glass tonight? What do you got? Do you pour some Henry McKenna with me, or what do you got going on? I enjoy this stuff. It's good stuff. If you haven't watched my video from yesterday's video was on Alberta Premium Cask Strength Rye Whiskey. I was at 66 proof. I was not really impressed. It kind of had like a kerosene kind of E85, kind of like ethanol-y kind of vibe to it. Oh, so you get H2O, got some water. I got some water with you right here. Got to stay hydrated, so that's good. I know, got to drink that water. Make sure you're smart. There we go. But yeah, I cracked it open. I know it was a neck pour, and a lot of people kind of said like, "Oh, let it open up and everything." But from that initial like neck pour, I normally you can taste the whiskey and get your first impression. You're like, all right, this is gonna be really good, and yes, it will open up and everything. I think it will open up, but based on my first impression, it may open up really well and like completely change my mind. But so far, I'm just kind of like not really worth it, in my personal opinion. So yeah, that's kind of where I stand with it. It is kind of it's okay. It's a good cask strength rye, but it had some characteristics that I wasn't kind of had like the kerosene 85 and an ethanol kind of vibe that I was kind of not really feeling. But yeah, once it opens up, it may go away. Maybe something that's really good, but trying to figure out why Jim Murray put it on as number 1. Because there's a lot of other stuff that I've had so far this year that is amazing. And something I actually put really high on that list would actually be Cat's Eye, a light whiskey finished in port cask. Not just a regular one that's finished in port cask. It has to be the one of the original ones I got. That literally looks like there's like tons. It was what they call it. They call it wet port cask. It's where they fill it up when it's actually still it's still like wet. Like literally they dumped it that day and filled it right up. So it's like perfect. So what'd you say? Said off topic, but I'm trying to get a snow trooper costume for Halloween this year. Planning a way ahead. Hey, if you're interested in doing that, I'm actually in the 501st Legion. If you do not know what the 501st Legion is, it is a nonprofit costume group that is all screen accurate costumes and everything. I'm in it. I have a TK, which is actually a New Hope Stormtrooper. It is screen accurate. My father's actually a Darth Vader. My brother has a TK as well. I know now we're going to get talking about Star Wars. But yeah, I'm a Star Wars geek. I like Star Wars. If you really want to get serious into that, I will definitely hook you up with some contacts on who to talk to. There's some local Orange County groups. There's an LA group as well. They'll help you get the costume and get things rolling, because if you want to do it right, I highly recommend you guys to do it right. But yeah, the costumes are really cool. It's a lot of fun. And you get to go to a lot of charity events and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, definitely recommend you guys doing that, or for you to do that. I have a Stormtrooper. My brother has a TIE pilot. He also has an X-Wing pilot, or not X-Wing. X-Wing pilot. He also has a guy that walks with the data, which is actually an ice cream machine. He also has a clone trooper and all that kind of stuff. I just have a TK. I have a lot of fun playing with all the kids and everything. I played hockey in it a few times for events. But yeah, welcome everyone. I know everyone's probably starting to show up now. Now the counter's kind of gone up to 9. So welcome. Let me know down below what you guys are drinking today. What do you got in your glass? What are you enjoying? Let me know. Yeah, I'll DM you later. I'll let you know about all the information. There's a lot of great information out there. There's a place called whitearmor.com. It's not like a place where you go buy. You can buy stuff there, but it's more of like a forums where you can look into all that kind of stuff. And also, it is kind of expensive to build properly build it and do it right. If you're going to build it yourself, it's kind of cheap, probably about $1,500 maybe, all the way up to like $3,000-$4,000, maybe more, on to build it properly. And that's like paying for all the crazy fancy stuff, or having someone build it for you. You can get one for a lot. I think it's like $3,200. You can get one that's kind of good, but you're not going to be like Centurion level, which is like the really highest level of accuracy. So yeah, John, let me know how that rum is. Is it pretty good? So it said, I wanted to bottle kill my OBG bottle and bond, but I have a headache. Yeah, probably keep drinking your water if that's the case. Yeah, I don't want to have an issue. Yeah, so this rum is infused with bourbon barrels. Okay, so it's is it finished or infused? It's probably finished, right? I don't mean to like get tickled about it, but is it finished in bourbon barrels, or is it kind of blended with bourbon? But yeah, there's a lot of great stuff out there. You can also get rum finished whiskeys. I have one over here. I don't remember which one it is, but what do they call it? Bordeaux Pack 7, which is coming out really soon, or has actually been out in Texas, is actually going to be having a Armagnac finish, I believe what it is. That's this past year, or this past batch, Pack 6 was Cognac, and then this one coming up is Armagnac. I do not know the difference. I believe they both come from France. It's just the region of France, or the style of cognac. Or I believe it's all considered cognac or brandy. I think brandy. I don't know. I'm no expert of brandy or distilled grape spirits and whatnot. Or I think it's considered a fruit spirit. It's taken from fruits, fermented, and then distilled. No way an expert in this at all. I'm just kind of a whiskey guy that knows my whiskey, but doesn't really know anything else. I know kind of wine a bit. I can talk my way around it, but no way an expert. And also, I've been thinking about joining into not YouTube. I'm on YouTube right now. But going into like Facebook videos and stuff like that, starting to post on there, go live on there as well. I believe I can actually go on here, connect my YouTube and my Facebook at once. So it'll be all one continuous stream. Streaming the same thing. I get the comments all in one place and everything. I'm thinking about starting to play with that and seeing how that works out. I know Facebook does really well with certain videos and certain contents and everything. Yeah, don't listen to the hype by only Elijah Craig. Hey, shh, don't talk about Elijah Craig too much. I want to be able to buy it some more. It already has some hype. Yeah, this bottle won Whiskey Advocates Award. Was it 2019, I think? Yeah, it won first for 2019. 2020 was Dickel, the 10-year. Yeah, 10-year bottle and bond. And that one won the award. And then 2017, or I think it was a batch B517 was the batch that won the Whiskey Advocate for, I think it was 2017 or 2018, but I know it was batch B517. So it is an 18-year aged rum. Nice. Four Roses this evening. Henry McKenna used to be my daily drinker. Then the award happened. What do you think I'm drinking it for? And as you can tell by the title, the title will actually be down below me on YouTube. Yeah. Some great stuff. I enjoy it myself. It's some good stuff, but I got my bottle for $32. Now I see it for about like 60, 80, all the way up to about $300 for a bottle, and I don't get it. Oh, well. It's like I wasn't into, this is one thing I actually wondered. What was the price of Elijah Craig barrel proof batches were back before it won the award? Was it still in the $50, $60 range? Or, well, typically we find it here in California for about $60 at like Total Wine and like the corporate stores. At the mom and pop places are about $70 to about $75, maybe $80, some even like $100. What was the price before batch B520? Because if that was the case, the price was risen after the fact. It may be the truth. Not sure. It may have gone up because it won the award. A lot of whiskeys go up in price. I believe Alberta Premium was like a $40 bottle like that. I may be incorrect. That's from what I think I've heard before. I think it was like a budget bottle. Now it's like a $60 bottle US, $80. I've seen them go on the secondary market for about $200 and all that. People are going crazy over it. I saw it for $60 last Friday, and I had to pick it up. Yeah, Elijah Craig Barrel Proof in 18 was around $45 to $50. So yeah, it's risen a little bit, maybe a tiny bit, but yeah, batch B517 was the batch that won. I know that really well. I actually have one back there somewhere. I've got to try it. It's really good. I would actually say batch C920 is still my favorite batch out of every single batch I've ever had. And that's my personal preference. Some people like certain things and certain profiles, different proofs. They may like something that is really hot and whatnot. But yeah, I'm not sure how Whiskey Advocate actually does their lists and how they actually score things. Is it based on like a panel? Do they send out samples? How is it done? Is it one person that tastes everything in one weekend, or they do it throughout the year and whatnot, and how they actually do it? And do the distilleries pay to have their bottles in the list or to pay to have the bottles tasted? From my understanding, Jim Murray, or Murray, however you want to call him, how he actually does it is he charges X amount per to have your sample on there. And some people pay a little more. I don't want to go into detail about that because I don't want to kick a dead horse, because not everyone likes Jim Murray and his antics and the way he talks about women and his sexual assault allegations and the way he talks about whiskey and tries to compare it to having intercourse with women. I do not agree with that, but yeah, and I'm pretty sure he's getting paid to put some of these whiskeys on there, and some of them they're really jaded. There's a lot of bottles out there that I feel that are better, but yeah, that is my personal preference. But I feel like any YouTuber, any influencer, any blogger, anything like that, if you're going to listen to the list, make sure they have the same profile as you, the same preferences. They like the same type of whiskey, the same finishes, the same direction of whiskey that you enjoy. If you personally only like high proof, like 100+ bourbon, and then you're following someone that really likes rye whiskey, like scotches, and they're telling you, say, hey, go buy this bottle. It's amazing. It's my #1 whiskey of the year. And then you go run out there and buy it, and it's hard to find. It's more expensive now because they put it on their list. Someone talked very highly of it and everything. There's a lot of bloggers out there that they'll post a whiskey and everyone runs out and buys it. And I know I'm just going to rant about this all night. But yeah, they talk high of it, and then you're going to buy it, and you're going to be like, It's okay. It's whatever. But yeah, there's these YouTubers that will go out there and they'll make lists as well. Kyoko, I see your comment. No, I listen to you. I enjoy what you talk, but you're not like a guy that goes out there and says, this is the best whiskey. You need to go buy this. And say, like, this is my list. But they need to be transparent. Hey, this is what I like. This is like, if they have the same palate and same thing that you really enjoy, yes, listen to them. There's no reason to not listen to them if they have a different palate than you, or that the same palate as you. But if they don't like and enjoy the same things as you, you probably shouldn't listen to them, and don't drive into that hype. So don't listen to me, listen to yourself, but also listen to me. I listen to you, man. I love your streams. I love your content. I still own the Whiskey Bible, and yes, I don't agree with the things he's done and been accused of. Yeah, I know. And you should, depending on which edition you have, you should read some of them, because some of them he describes as having intercourse with women and at tastings. And in the book, he literally talks about women in ways. If you really want to listen to about like people going into more detail about it, Rutgut Review did a great video on that, and I highly recommend you guys to go out there and actually listen to it, or listen to his video. It's about like 16-minute long, and it literally talks about everything that's going on. A little more detail. I'm not going to really go in, because I'm going to the whole broad spectrum of YouTube, journalists, bloggers, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, freezing again. Uh-oh. Yeah, no, my connection's good, so it may be your connection. Not sure. Or maybe it's my side. Maybe it's your side. Let me check on my phone. Is it still frozen, maybe? No, looks good to me. I don't know. Maybe your side. I don't know. Looks fine on my end. Yeah, maybe yours, John. But yeah, continue on that thought. If they have the same profile, they like the same whiskey as you, definitely listen to them. Definitely pick up those bottles. But if something is going crazy and everyone's talking about it, and if it's great, it's something you enjoy in that direction you enjoy, yes, go for it. Just don't pay a lot of money for it. Do not drive into that hype. Don't pay the secondary price. You can maybe trade for it. That's up to you on what you're willing to pay. But I recommend not going out there and driving up the hype and everything. Yes, there are whiskeys that have been out for a while. Then they talk about them, and then everyone runs out and buys them. And I kind of feel like where that's going to go with Ardbeg pretty soon. Everyone's going crazy for Ardbeg right now. I'm also kind of buying a lot of Ardbeg right now, but I really enjoy it. So it's working on your end. Perfect. People are getting into Scotch now, and they're starting to collect all these Scotches as well. So yeah, it is this whole entire thing that's going on. I'm not sure where I really stand with it and how everything's going, but yeah, the secondary market's going crazy. Yes. Sergio, welcome. Yeah, I like trades too. Trades work out really well as long as you do it fairly. Some people want some crazy, like literally someone wanted, I was trying to get a Ardbeg committee release of black and, or black, you got to say with it, multiple A's. Someone wanted to trade that for a Jack Daniel's rye barrel proof or single barrel proof rye. And he wanted to trade. So I wanted the black. He wanted that Jack Daniel's. And I'm like, are you sure that's what you want? You want two of those, or what do you want? And he's like, no, I just want one. I'm like, okay, I'll try to get my hands on one. And I don't think it's a really fair trade on his end. Like he's getting the short end of the stick. But if that's what he wants, I'll get him that. God, I hope not. I love Ardbeg. I know I love Ardbeg too. I've enjoyed Ardbeg for a long time, but now I'm really starting to collect all like the committee releases from when I wasn't into whiskey and trying to like get in like all the older ones and everything, get my hands on them. And yeah, and if I do it now, it'll be cheaper. If I wait longer and everything, they're gonna be a lot more expensive. But yeah, I don't have like $3,000 to go buy an Ardbeg. The community release, I think it was I don't remember what year, but it was a Lord of Isles or something like that. It's ISLES or something like that. But it's 25-year Ardbeg. I got to try that and really enjoyed that. But yeah, I'm not going to spend $3,000 for that bottle. I think it's like $3,500, but yeah, don't got the kind of dough to just throw around just yet. I wish I could, but yeah, just not yet. But yeah, a lot of people going crazy over Blue Spot right now as well. If some of the people that are probably in here, I literally drove to a Costco that's down the street from my house, and someone said that there's 2 bottles left. I assumed it was Blue Spot, but they were talking about Don Hu in 1942 for some reason. Context was kind of not there, but yeah. I've been trying to get it for myself because I enjoy all the spot whiskeys, and I've been trying to get a Blue Spot for about like 4 to like 3 months now. Ever since it dropped the first time here, I've been trying to get my hands on one. I did not get lucky. The first time it dropped, there was like very limited amount of bottles. Very, very hard to get. But yeah. So yeah, I'm starting to get into the line of Johnnie Walker lineup. Yeah, some great stuff. If you do like the smoky stuff and like you do got the black, I believe. If you pick up the double black, highly recommend it. But if you find yourself really enjoying like that smoky and like all that flavor that's in there and that peat and all that greatness, I highly recommend you go to pick up a Kalila 12, and because that's what Johnnie Walker actually uses for all their peat and their smoke and everything they use in their blends. If you don't know, there's what they call single malts, and there's blended whiskeys or blended scotches to be more precise. Single malts are from one single distillery, and blended whiskeys are grain and malted barley. There's kind of different things that are in there. I'm just going to talk about blended whiskey. Blended whiskey is malted grain or malted barley mixed up, distilled, and aged in Scotland, and then it is blended from multiple different distilleries. But Johnnie Walker is a blended whiskey from multiple distilleries, and part of that blend that they use for a lot of their key stuff for like peat is actually Kalila 12. So if you really like that smoke, go buy a bottle of Kalila 12. They may not use Kalila 12, but they just use Kalila for their barrels to use for their blends. So yeah, hopefully if you enjoy that smoke, go pick up a bottle of that. I wouldn't recommend if you're just starting to get into Scotch or into peated Scotch, don't go buy an Ardbeg. You may actually enjoy an Ardbeg. Don't really go out and buy a Lagavulin either. Maybe like next baby steps. Maybe a Lagavulin 16. Total Wine has that for about like $65, which is the best price anywhere. But yeah, I'll check it out. Yeah, I can drop information like this over and over and over again and talk about it. But yeah, there's a lot of different stuff to talk about. Kalila is a great entry for everyone wanting to dabble into peat. Yeah, I agree. It depends on how you want to enter it. I recommend everyone kind of what he did. I always recommend picking up like Johnnie Walker Black or Double Black. It's cheap enough where it's kind of like a hint into like the smokiness. It's a blended, it's easy, cheap, available, and not really hard to find. And if you don't enjoy it, you're not spending $50, $60 for a bottle. So I recommend you guys spend it on that. But yeah, then I recommend Kalila 12 and maybe a Lagavulin. And then after Lagavulin, tell me what you think about it, and then I can maybe recommend you guys getting the Lagavulin or not Lagavulin, Laphroaig or Ardbeg, and kind of put you in the right direction. But I can also get you samples as well. Depends on what you want to get and what you want to try. There's a lot of different stuff that's out there. I'd recommend not picking up the Wee Beastie though. If you're going to pick up Ardbeg for your very first time, pick up the 10, and then you'll be happy. I'm late. Did I miss the roast? No, I'm still roasting people. Right now we're talking about Scotch and stuff like that. But yeah, I was roasting about, the main video was mainly going to be about a roast of Jim Murray or Murray. I'm not sure how you actually pronounce his name. Either do I care. But yeah. Let's talk about that now since it's been a while now. Not a fan of him one bit. Oh, God. Oh, God, yeah. William, oh God, did you get sucked in this mess? Good evening, sir. Welcome, Donald, the token Irish whiskey Yoda. Welcome, sir. Yeah, today I'm going to be roasting, since you're here now, I'm going to talk a lot more about it. Talk about roasting Jim Murray or Murray. I don't care. Actually, I don't want to say Murray. It sounds like Bill Murray. Completely different guy. Let's just call him Jim Murray. But yeah. Oh yeah, were you not saying so Johnny Walker Black is how I started into Scotch. I really need to buy a bottle again and see what I think after time. Yes, I agree. Howdy, Donald. I know you probably weren't talking to me though. You're probably talking to William. But yeah, welcome. Good evening to us. But yeah, today's goal is to roast Jim Murray. Yeah, not a fan of him. If you read his whiskey Bible, I never actually purchased one of his books. I was given a 2020 edition when I was at a liquor store. A rep from Sazerac literally had boxes of them and was just handing them out to everyone. I didn't really know who he was. I've heard about his book before, wasn't really informed on him. I took the book, and then some people from the whiskey tribe have informed me about his ways, Rodgut, and all these people, and then I kind of like went in and kind of like evaluated what was going on with awards, whiskey lists, and all that kind of stuff. When someone makes a list, people go crazy over those bottles. When someone makes an awards, they go crazy over those bottles. When anyone puts a bottle on a list or some type of award ceremony or anything like that, it's like that has kind of some traffic where people look at it and they actually listen to these things. Things get more expensive. They get harder to find, and they raise the prices and everything. And it's just not good for anyone. Plus, I doubt I ever made a video about it, but Laphroaig, however, was got my father. And oh yes, that's right. Your whole story on how you your father did the not the audio. Yeah, the audio. The voiceover for the book, right? The audiobook. Audiobook, that's what I'm looking for. But yeah, did the audiobook for that. And yeah, I remember that. That's how you actually got into whiskey. Yeah, I'm enjoying Henry McKenna 10 Bottle and Bond for everyone that showed up. This is the third bottle I've ever owned. The first two were dropped by my friend on 2 different days. The same friend dropped 2 bottles, and I'm not really happy about it. And it was in 2019, right when it first came out. And it was before it won the award, and I had a really hard time getting my hands on this bottle. But yeah, really enjoy it. Now it's hard to find now. It goes for about $60 to about $80, all the way to about $300, depending on where you go. Oh, wrong button. There we go. Whiskey Women audiobook by Fred Minnick. There's another name I'm not a fan of. Fred Minnick. He makes a list, or someone talks highly about a whiskey, or when he talks highly about a whiskey, people lose their minds. They spend a lot of money on it. Turns into allocated and all that. And also, I know he is kind of pretentious, kind of like Jim Murray is and everything. So they have their preferences. But yeah, just to make it clear, I do have a video that's being posted tomorrow that I filmed the other day that was going over this whole topic on why you should be listening to whiskey lists and awards and all that. However, if you do listen to like a YouTuber, a blogger, or a Instagram influencer, or someone that posts or talks about whiskeys that they like and they share what they enjoy, if they have the same palate as you, they have the same preferences, they like the same whiskey, and if you liked everything that they're recommended so far, yes, listen to their list, listen to what they say. However, if you do not like what they recommend before, or you don't like what they recommend, don't bother trying to get out there and buying it. Don't feed into that hype. But yes, if you like a YouTuber or a blogger, Instagram, or whoever that posts a list saying, hey, this bottle is great, it's one of the best ryes I've ever had. Yes, if you value their opinion and you really enjoy what they recommend all the time, yes, go out there and purchase a bottle of that stuff. You may really enjoy that stuff. You may not. If it's something it's not your liking, but if you want to try something. But yes, I recommend just not spending or overspending on those bottles, because those bottles, as soon as they get on those lists, they go into the secondary, they turn allocated, everyone's hunting for those bottles and everything. Yeah. It's like, think about it. Pappy was a bottle that used to sit on the shelves all the time. It's another reason why. I'm not sure what awards it won or what list it was put on, but someone talked about Pappy and Weller, and it literally went from being nothing sitting on the shelves to being off the shelves, now selling for $2,000 a bottle, depending on which bottling you're talking about. All because it won an award or it was put onto a list and whatnot. Someone really talked high of it. Everyone ran out and bought all those bottles, and yeah, it just drives me nuts. Okay, here we go. I keep turning my keyboard upside down. So I was lucky enough to get Henry McKenna right before the chaos. Yeah, I did too. So what happened was I was at a Christmas party, or I was going to a Christmas party, went to Total Wine, bought a bottle, and I had it in the car, and I decided to bring it in, and I bought the bottle. My friend brought it in and had it on the counter, and all fine and dandy. Goes to the party, he's like, oh yeah, he picks it up, he's like, oh yeah, so you brought a bourbon, whatever, blah, blah, blah. He's a tequila guy, put it down on the counter, barely made the counter, fell over, cracked on the ground. I was like, thank God it was like a cheap, like $30 bottle. I was like, whatever, I'll get another one. So party went fine, great party, everything. And then like a day or two later, I went out and bought another one. So what happened was a few days later, or maybe like a week later, I'm not sure, he came into my whiskey room. We were hanging out, doing something. I think we were playing games or something like that. And walked over, was like, hey, is this the bottle that I dropped the other day? He picked it up, put it down on my counter, or not my counter, but my whiskey shelf, missed it, fell off, broke on the carpet. Yeah, I have carpet in my, it was in my other room before. Now this is my new whiskey room. But yeah, broke the second one. And the next day after that bottle fell and broke on the ground, this whiskey was put on the list on Whiskey Advocates, Whiskey of the Year, Whiskey of the World, or whatever that list is, on Whiskey Advocates as the best whiskey. And I went down to Total Wine, and that day, and they literally had probably a couple of days before, they had cases of it just sitting there. No one wanted it. I walked in, there was like 3 boxes, empty, cleaned out, no bottles in there. And I asked like, hey, you got this? He's like, dude, people walked out with cases this morning and everything. I'm like, great, thanks. Then like a few weeks later, they got like another shipment in. I purchased this bottle for $32. Now it's sitting for about $60 to about $80. And that guy is no longer, that friend is no longer allowed to touch my whiskey without my permission. So yeah, that is my long story on how I've ended up buying 3 bottles of Henry McKenna and only being able to drink one of them. But yeah, now I can't find it easily. And if I do find it, the price is jacked. Yeah, welcome to why I'm not a fan of whiskey lists. No one is allowed to touch my bottles. Yeah, I agree with that. I allow people to touch my bottles. It's just as long as they're careful. Hope he paid you back with interest. No. I was kind of like, hey, they're like $30 bottles, but whatever. And he pours receiving Donald. Yeah, I want to know Donald, what do you have in your glass today? What do you got going on in there? Where's Alex tonight? Man, I was going to do some fancy stuff for him. Yeah, is he in the chat? Let's see what's going on. Yeah, no. Let's see what's going on. I know, where's Alex? Normally he's had a few, maybe he's had a few pours. I know he's had some cigars and some pours already. But yeah, every time a whiskey gets put on a list, I just don't get it. What is a whiskey that you guys you really enjoy, what you really like that is on a list? Something that is amazing and great, something that you really enjoy that has been on a list and has been hard to get just because it was put onto that list. All right, so what you said here. William says, Henry McKenna, $10 is 10 is great bottle when it was $30, $60, no way. Yeah, I seen it for like $50. I kind of would pay that, but yeah, I'm not going too crazy over it. Yeah, where's Marshall? Yeah, I'm not sure. Marshall, I think he's listening. I know he's on the Whiskey Tribe Discord right now. He's just probably hanging out, doing his thing, drinking. So Donald has some Middleton Method and Madness single grain right now. That's the single grain. Yeah, I got the single pot still. Some amazing stuff right there. Yeah, do not let that go on a list or anything from Middleton, like the Dare Gaelics. Yeah, I'm not going to say anymore because Donald will slap me if I talk about that stuff. Says Comp Whiskey looks like I could buy a Henry McKenna for $45, but if it's a call or an email to inquire. Yeah, that sounds like you're going to be put on a list and you'll see if you can get it, or you got to spend X amount of money to get that bottle, or they may require to buy some other stuff to get it. $45, I would pay it. It's good. It's a good, decent whiskey. I enjoy it. It's a good pour, but yeah, $30, solid stuff. But anything more than that, maybe a little too much. I know I've seen him seen it at liquor stores for about, I think it's like $280, $300. And this was about like a year ago when like the hype train was still moving. I do have the Dickel, the same batch, Bottle and Bond batch that I think it was Whiskey Advocate again for 2020 release, saying that it won the award. The second I heard it won the award, I went on my phone and I found that Bedmo had it. It had like 6 or 8 bottles of it. And I was like, okay, they had 6 or 8 bottles. And I'm like, all right, I'm going to buy 1 bottle and just be happy. And I kind of wish I bought all 6 of those bottles and kind of gave them to friends. But I don't want to be that guy that walked in there and that bought every single bottle that was left. And I don't want to be that guy. And I kind of wish I did, so I can have a backup, and I can also have ones to give some friends that really wanted it or that enjoyed Dickel. I know some people that are not big fans of Dickel. That's kind of like, well, I was kind of like, let's see how that goes. But a lot of people talk highly about it. I got to try it. It's good. Don't understand the hype. That's why I mean, like, find some people that really have some good palates or someone that you really enjoy or listen to, and follow them and buy that whiskey that they like to talk about. So Eagle Rare is becoming hard to find now. Yes. No, I agree with that. Eagle Rare 17, or not 17, Eagle Rare 10 is getting hard to find. But I believe that's actually due to the distribution now. They're trying to change things up. I feel like Buffalo Trace is starting to like reel it back and kind of like make it more limited. They used to distribute a lot more to like grocery stores and everything, but I feel like they're changing it up and they're making it more allocated, where they're making liquor stores and people like that buy cases of wine just to buy 1 case. So they can buy like 10 cases of wine that's like whatever, that no one really is going to buy anyways, or Wheatley vodka just to buy 1 case of Eagle Rare, which I don't care. Like it bothers me, but it's kind of like one of those things where they kind of talk highly of that. The real joke is that they all are different barrels, right? So the bottle that won the award was very specific to being with. Yes, it spanked the Rush and branded itself. Yeah, no, yeah, this is a single barrel product. So yeah, every barrel is going to be different. Mine is really good. If you find a barrel you really like, so maybe buy multiple of them. So he's never tried Dickel. I recommend getting a sample of it or trying it at a bar. Well, it's some of the Dickel stuff is pretty inexpensive, but yeah, you get like a some people always call it like a, what they call it, Flintstones vitamin kind of flavor, kind of like aftertaste and everything with it. It's all about that. So yeah, my local Target always has Eagle Rare. Yeah, my local Target that's down the street from me normally has it all the time. However, lately they haven't had it as much. I've heard that they've been backing out of like all the large stores like Smart and Final and like all these major like grocery stores. Used to be really big at grocery stores, but now they've been backing it out and making it a little more allocated. John C., have you had Eagle Rare before? I think he's have. I know he's a big bourbon guy or enjoys bourbon. But yeah, I used to see it all the time at the Target by me. And the past, I would say 9 months to 6 months, I haven't seen it there once. They do have the tag there, but haven't seen it on the shelf. But a lot of people are going crazy over it. I've seen it go for trades, for some crazy trades on like the secondary and like Facebook groups and everything. Just not a fan of those. But if you're doing trade for bottle, and it's a good, even trade, I agree with it. But if you're selling them for a profit, you're going out there buying a case of it for, what you say, like, what's a good price? Like 20-ish dollars for a bottle, and you're buying a case of it and then selling it for like $50 a bottle, maybe $80 a bottle in the secondary, you're an a-hole. You're feeding off of that and all that. So yes, you have had Eagle Rare set or Eagle Rare 10. I keep wanting to say Eagle Rare 17. I do actually have that back there. It does sound good right now. Should I pour that? No, I'm not going to do that. Sounds really good right now, but I'm good. I think I'm just going to enjoy this tonight. Some great stuff. Enjoying it. It's a really good barrel of this stuff. So, can I hide it back there? Can you see it? Oh, yeah, there we go. I don't have to put it down on the ground. So, just curious, John, with it becoming more allocated, I would definitely pick up a few backups. Yeah, I have a backup. I think I have a backup or two. But I remember I had like 2 or 3 of them. And then I gave one to a buddy. He's been looking for it. I'm like, hey, I got it. You can have it at my cost. And he was happy. I gave him the bottle. He was happy. He really likes Eagle Rare. And I think I gave one to my cousin as well. But I really enjoy finding bottles for people and just selling it to them at cost and plus shipping or whatever I need to do. I always do that. I hate people that go out there and like leech off of the hype and all that. Get all these allocated bottles like Blanton's. Like people will run out and go buy every single Blanton's they can see or find, and they go sell it on the secondary. And some people make a living off of it, or they go find BTAC, or they get like these Wellers and whatnot, and they make a living off of it. Like there's a guy that I know that goes to Idaho, like once a month, goes up there, buys a bunch of Weller, buys a bunch of allocated stuff. Went up there when BTAC was released, bought a bunch of stuff, drove back, sold it, and probably made enough money where he didn't have to work for a day for a couple months. But yeah, so I got 2 bottles of Eagle Rare at the moment. Yeah, some great stuff. I really enjoy Eagle Rare. And if you didn't know, actually, Eagle Rare 7 or Eagle Rare 10 is actually considered a single barrel product. However, they do not clean the machine between every single barrel, so it is not considered a single barrel. So that's a little 2 cents. It is not really a blended whiskey. They pour it into the machine to be bottled. They just don't clean it every time, so it's not considered a single barrel, but kind of is a single barrel. It would actually be really nice to actually see a single barreled Eagle Rare. Yes, there are the store pick single barrels, but I'd prefer an actual real single barrel. But also a side note, if you do like a Blanton's, I believe Weller, you get to actually try it. But Eagle Rare and Blanton's, you do not actually get to taste those store picks. They pick the barrels for you, and they kind of say, hey, this is the barrel you're getting. You don't get to have samples and actually get to try them. That's just kind of how they do it. They're actually very large, so I kind of understand the logistics of doing that. But yeah, that's not kind of good. So nice. What's one of your favorite bourbons? Got some good conversation going on. I live in Idaho. I've seen some of those people at our local stores buying up cases. Yeah. So like I said, I'm going to be going on a trip to Idaho pretty soon to visit some family, possibly. And my goal is to buy a bunch of Weller 107 or whatever I can get my hands on and use it to maybe trade and to give it to my friends and give it to them at cost. I'm not going to screw people over and sell it on the secondary or anything like that. I'm going to do it just for helping friends out. I'm not going to go crazy or anything like that. But there are some guys that literally go out there and buy cases and then go sells Weller 107 for $150 a pop on secondary, and they're selling 15, 20, 30 bottles like that, and they're set for a couple weeks. And they do that with a bunch of different stuff. They buy anything you can get in Idaho, they're buying it. And there was a guy that actually was in our local. Now I'm going on another rant. I'm going to keep the stream going, guys, since people are so interacting here. I think I'm going to cut off at maybe 9:30, maybe 10 o'clock, depends on how things go, my time. But there's a guy that was lived in Idaho. He would show him at the store, showing like the end caps of all these crazy whiskeys just lined up on it. And he'll show his receipt, like saying, hey, look at me, I paid this much. And what he was doing was he was actually purchasing the bottles, kind of saying like, hey, look what I found. And then people message like, hey, can you give me one of those? And they'd be like, yeah, I'll sell you one, but I'll charge you $150 for it. He paid $50 or like $40 for that bottle, and was doing this to a lot of people. And then the admins and everyone caught up what he was doing, where he's just kind of like, hey, look what I found. And he's from Idaho, like showing off and was selling bottles, like purposely was doing it. And I know he wasn't scamming people. Well, you can say he's scamming people by charging people a lot of money, but he was doing it to make money and was in this group and was just completely screwing people over, which I'm not a fan of. But oh well, it happens. I'm just not a fan that likes seeing that happen. Weller West Side is one of the more in its areas. Boise area is hard to find. Yeah, I think it's Twin Falls is the area I'm going to be going to. I believe it's like an hour away from Boise, Idaho, but like kind of like a half an hour, maybe an hour away from Boise and like Twin Falls, like kind of that area. Kind of not like near a big city. It's kind of like the smaller area. Whiskey Troll does on IG. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of people that do that where they show it and then they're like, oh, hey, you want to buy one? I got one right here. I'll sell you. And they do that to hundreds of people all the time. Yeah, Weller 7 is delicious. I've only had the pick through that I got from you. Yeah, that pick, I compared it to Lot B, Pappy's and everything, and that pick is better than Pappy's, in my personal opinion. That is an amazing store pick. And yeah, that is some amazing, great stuff. But yeah, is there anyone else in here? What does everyone else have for their pours tonight? What is it? Oh, forgot my water's over here. What does everyone else have in their glass? I know, William, you said you had water, but did you end up pouring something else? You can go to the state website and check each store. It has a mixed blend enjoy. Oh, that's right. I remember you always used to pull that up and actually see who has what. I also do not know what day I'm actually going to be in Idaho, because I don't know if I'm going to be there when the shipments show up and whatnot. But I heard when you show up and there's a shipment, you can see cases just chilling. And yeah, I want to be lucky. I know, I've seen some photos that people post that are literally end caps full of just BTAC. And it's like you can find Handy, GTS, Ewer 17, Stag Junior or Stag Senior, all these things. It's like, I know I said that twice, but all these things just chilling right there. And there's like Lot B sometimes maybe sitting there, maybe like one or two. And it's like what? That's just sitting on the end cap. And there's some Instagram accounts that post them and they don't say like, oh, this is back from Throwback Thursday from like 2020, 2019 or whatever. But yeah. I gotta check out that website and see what's going on. And when I figure out, I know it's like an hour from Boise, Idaho, and then like an hour, maybe like 30 minutes, something like that, from Twin Falls. Not 100% sure exactly where it's at. Time for E.H. Taylor Small Batch. One of my all-time favorites. Always have a backup. I know. I got you that bottle. Enjoy it, man. That is true. The cases are now tailored on the websites till after all the shells. So get there on a delivery day. Yeah. I hope I'm there on a delivery day. I may be there for 1 or 2 days. So I'm going to be checking those stores quite often, and I'm probably going to call them up and say, hey, when are you getting some Weller? Hopefully I get lucky and can pick up a case, maybe 2 cases. I'm not doing it, like I said, I'm not buying it to flip. I'm not doing it anything like that. I'm going to do it to maybe use to trade and to get it to friends and people that really want it. I'm going to give it to them at cost. And if someone wants to trade, yes, I would do it at trade value. That's kind of how trading works. I'm okay with if they're trading a bottle that's trading on secondary or selling on secondary for, like, let's just say a bottle is selling for $300 on secondary. If they want to trade a bottle that's traded on secondary for $300, he has like a $50 bottle. I have a $60 bottle, like a $100 bottle. I'm okay with that trade happening because they're equal value on the secondary. I just don't like it when people go out and sell the bottles for $300 and goes, I made a lot of money. I'm not a fan of that at all, one bit. Yeah, I just got to make sure I get there on the right day, get that bottles, make sure I'm on there at the right time or show up at the right time. We'll see. I'm not sure what days I'm going to be there. Hopefully it's during the week when probably the deliveries show up, maybe like a Thursday, Friday, Wednesday. I don't know. I may want to hang out there for a few more days, though. It's great stuff. I really enjoy this barrel. I've had this bottle for a while. As you can tell, I haven't had much of it because I've been savoring it. And also, when you have 300 plus bottles, you got a lot to choose from. So I don't get to enjoy a lot of whiskeys all the time. So I got to jump around. Later, I can have a different whiskey every single day of the year. Well, actually, no. I don't have that many yet. But I can pretty much, I don't drink every day anyways, so I can still have a different bottle every day and not have the same whiskey twice. But yeah. That's Craig, Barrel Brief, E.H. Taylor, Maker's Mark special releases. Sam Houston are fairly easy to find. Yeah, I haven't seen Sam Houston at all around here. I seen it a few times, but they were high on the price. They were not at retail. They were high up there. So yeah, I've been wanting to get my hands on a Sam Houston, but due to the hype and everyone talking highly about it, I'm just not a fan of it. Or I just not acquired one because all that hype and everything that's going on. Just like today's video is talking about the hype and everything that is going on about those bottles. So yeah, guys, I hope you guys really like today's stream so far. What time is it? Yeah, it's been 1 hour and 8 minutes, guys. Thank you for spending a lot of time with me. And if you guys want me to continue, please keep commenting and keep watching. If you guys keep things going, I'll go for another about like 22 minutes, maybe another 52 minutes. Just depends on how things go. But yeah, enjoying this stuff. What else should I pour tonight? Should I go do something else? I feel like I actually want to have a scotch right now. So yeah, someone give me a scotch recommendation. Donald, if you're here, out of the stuff I know, I want something peated. For some reason, I've been really craving peated stuff. So give me the Ardbeg 10, Lagavulin 16, or Kalila 12, or Laphroaig 10. Out of those 4, pick one. The first person to leave a comment, I'll enjoy that. Hold on. Someone just messaged me. It's like, oh, your stream isn't working for me. Oops. I know sometimes that happens, but oh well. I know some people are having a hard time. Sometimes, like John, I know it was having an issue with it running and making it work, everything. But yeah. So I'm headed out. Great stream tonight. Port Charlotte for the port, if you have it. Yeah, I don't have any Port Charlotte right now that I can drink. Something with a campfire taste. Literally all 4 of those bottles. Literally. Actually, no. I poured Kalila 12 the other day. I haven't had Laphroaig in a while. So I'm going to go Laphroaig, actually. So yeah, let me scoot this back, get it all presented in. Let me grab Laphroaig 10. One moment, please. Where's that? think it's down here. Yeah, there it is. Here we go. Oh, there we go. I've been enjoying this stuff a lot. I enjoy it. It's like I remember the Freud, what everyone always talks about. This stuff is talked very highly about, and their what do they call it? Their commercials. Their commercial that they have on like line. It literally says the whiskey that tastes like crap and dirt and whatnot. I can't remember exactly what they say, but yeah, this is a very good bottle of scotch. I enjoy it. If you like peated stuff, good cork pop as well. Let's go on for a pour. There we go. Should be good for right now. Yeah, that does have that that smoky. Oh, Travis' favorite. Oh, I know you enjoy it too. I know. I love giving Travis a hard time about that. Yeah, this it does have that campfire, but it has like a burnt rubber and like almost like a medicinal note as well. What does this bottle usually go for? I think Lagavulin, not Lagavulin. I think it's like $40, maybe $50. Let me check right now. I can tell you right now. I think it's like in the $40 range. $43 or $43.99. Yeah, some great stuff. Ardbeg is kind of in the same realm. Lagavulin 16 is the cheapest. You'll find it is at Total Wine for about $65, but other places you'll see it for about $100. Kalila, what does that go for? Let's see what that goes for. $89, so $90. But it's kind of hard to find. It's normally not set on the shelf everywhere. But yeah. This reminds me of being on like a drag strip. It reminds me of like all the chemicals and like that burningness and everything. And a drag car running on methanol. Like that kind of like burn, kind of like I kind of like in a good way. You're like seen like Top Fuel funny cars that run on methanol. And when you like your nose like snots up and your eyes burn and everything, that's kind of what I get. But then it has like this beautiful floral and kind of like salty brininess, kind of rides out. I think Travis calls it cat piss and everything. It's all about preference. I enjoy it, and I like it. Now, I wouldn't say it's my favorite Islay. My favorite. So if I had to pick one out of like the very core ranges, it depends on my mood. I really enjoy the slap in the face that Ardbeg 10 has. And I just hope Scotch turns into the new bourbon where everyone's going crazy. Well, a lot of people are going crazy over Scotch right now and buying like all the allocated stuff. And it is kind of happening. But I just hope it doesn't get that big as bourbon. But Ardbeg has that slap in the face. If I want something floral and like great taste and all that kind of stuff, and like all the flavors I love from Lagavulin 16, some great stuff. I do prefer the Lagavulin 8, which is actually a higher proof, a little more kick, a little bit different flavor, a little bit different profile. And then I like Kalila because it is kind of like this beautiful, well-rounded whiskey, but it's not like a really slap in the face. And then you got Laphroaig. I like it. I would say it's maybe like third on my list, maybe second. It depends on the mood. It's like everything has like a different profile, something that's usually what you enjoy and everything. But it smells like my buddy's Cobra Terminator. Nice. Is it a 4-valve Cobra Terminator? Oh, yeah. I know. You probably know I'm a car guy, too. But I'm also a Chevy guy, not a Ford guy. But also my daily is a Ford. But it is also on its second motor. So kind of put that in there. See what's going on. Everyone's texting me right now. Of course, everyone texts me when when I'm live streaming. They won't text me during the day, but oh well. But yeah, really enjoy this. I know Travis really enjoy it. Travis, I haven't seen him post at all on the Discord. I wonder where he's been. I don't know if he's sick or been busy with work, or actually no, he's probably at the strip club, to be honest. That's probably the right answer. That's probably where he's at, actually. I wouldn't doubt it. Oh yeah. So now I'm gonna go back to that Hannah McKenna. I'm not gonna really bash anymore about talking about lists. And tomorrow's video is kind of like a quick run through about everything that's going on. But yeah. So yes, yeah, I know. We're talking about the Terminator. But yeah, those lists and everything. I'm gonna go have a video. It's only like a minute and like 40 seconds long. Great video. It's a quick run through of everything that's going on and what my opinion is. And basically goes the same thing. Say, hey, don't listen to these lists unless you are understanding that if they have the same profile, same preferences and all that, then listen to them. If they don't bother. Yes, I do like to kind of collect whiskey, so I will run out sometimes and buy a bottle, but I'm not buying it to flip. But I will always enjoy it and try it, and if I enjoy it, yeah. But now I'm kind of, as you can tell, I bought so much. Now I'm kind of focusing on brands and kind of like buying everything and get my hands on and kind of venturing around all about that. I keep turning it around. Yep. He's always there. I know he's always there. A few times, I think he was on here. He was watching my stream while I was at the strip club last time. I'm like, not last time, like a few weeks ago. And it's like, really, dude. But yeah. And then we always hear the weird stories that he has like the next day. I'm just like, dude. Oh well. Yeah, I'm thinking to call it in about like 13 minutes. Give it some time. Oh yeah, thank you for everyone joining me too. Yeah. Can't forget that. I feel like next week I'm gonna get like my Facebook profile moving forward and sort of get that all situated. Get maybe like I don't know if it's like a fan page maybe. However, I'll set that up, and then I'll get that moving forward, and hopefully I can get some viewers maybe on there. Maybe no one will watch me on Facebook. We'll see. Facebook I know does really well. Also, I hopefully will have a new camera. I was hoping Alex was going to show up because he was complaining about the video quality. Yeah, I know. I'm on my laptop, and my camera that I use for filming does have 4K, but it does not have video out or capable of using it as a webcam. So that is not really an option. There is ways to do it, but it does degrade the video quality and is not the best for like the focus and all that. So I got my DSLR that I got a mic coming for it, cables and everything that I can actually use it. But I never thought about using it. I was literally going to buy a new camera, like a frame, not frameless, but a mirrorless camera from Sony. And I'm like, wait, hold on. I have a Canon 5D. I'm like, why am I not using that? Hold on. What did you say? Yeah, people started chatting. Yeah, I know. Some people, I know I've been going for almost an hour and a half now. Sounds like a plan. Yeah. Give it a few more minutes. But yeah, hopefully I get the camera all situated for next time. And maybe, I don't think I'll have it ready to film next week's videos, but hopefully it works for the live streams and gets things moving forward. I know a lot of people are big on Facebook and they watch videos on there. So hopefully Facebook allows like whiskey content. I'm not sure what the situation with that. Maybe it becomes it gets removed, or they don't share it as much because it's an alcohol or some type of product that is deemed not safe for all users or whatnot. But oh well. Sweet candy, almost like a Jolly Rancher after going back from the Laphroaig. But also look at this color. So these are both 10 years, and I don't know if you can really see them. So this is the Henry McKenna a lot more dark golden. And since it is a Kentucky, is it? It's a bourbon, yeah. I'm like, well, it's a bourbon. But yeah, this is charred New American oak, and then this is used oak. I believe it's ex-bourbon cask for 10 years. So both are 10 years. You also have to look at the environment that this was in was completely different. It was a lot cooler, less change. This was going through drastic change in like the summers and whatnot. The humidity is different. All these different things that are in there. So that's why you're getting different color change. But yeah, this is kind of dark. If you compare it to like Ardbeg is really light. It's really known for like the light Scotch. But there's some scotches after the like 30, 40 years old. Like I think the Freud, like the 40 or no, the 30, I think it was, is like very like tinted just a tiny bit more than this. Maybe tinted like maybe less than this, maybe. I know you probably can't see it too well, but I got a chance to try the Freud a 30 the other day, or not the other day, like a few months, like maybe like a month or two ago. And then that's when I also got to try Ardbeg 25, not the new 25, but the Lord of the Is. So I got to try that. Makes me want to buy a bottle, but I'm not spending $3,500 on that bottle. I'm a baller on a budget, not kind of baller like that. I wish. Maybe if I didn't have cars or anything like that, I would be able to do that. No racing, anything. Yeah, I see that darker color. Yeah, it is kind of hard to show. Maybe on the white label you can see it. But yeah. Yeah, it's very close in color, but yeah, you have to look at the environment and where it's aged at and everything. Got a few more minutes. Yeah, I got eight more minutes, guys. I'm going to wrap it up here pretty soon. Yeah, who else is here? Is it just me and you, John? I guess we're just going to talk to ourselves. Go back to this Henry McKenna. I know whiskey.com, without an E, has done some awards, and I think the Freud 10 has been really high on that list, and Ardbeg 10 has been on that list as well. But people don't really go crazy. But also the supply that the Freud, Ardbeg, Lagavulin, and all those that are out there. Well, actually, Lagavulin is kind of not as highly distributed or bottled as much as I believe. I'm not sure on bottle numbers if it's how many bottles they sell a year, how many they actually bottle, sell, or whatnot. But you don't really find much Lagavulin sitting around. But also Lagavulin is really talked highly about because of like Parks and Recs and all that, like that show. They really talked highly of it. So a lot of people went out there and bought it just because it was on the show. And also, I agree, it's a really amazing show. I really love what's going on there. All right. Getting close to the end. What do we got going on here? Hello. Yeah, I know. Some good stuff. I feel like after I get all the Ardbeg I can really get my hands on, I may go to the Freud and start buying all the bottles I can get my hands on, because you can buy the Freud 30 for about $800 for a bottle, which is pretty affordable for a 30-year-old Scotch. Comes in a really fancy wood box, and then I probably feel like it'd be a really good idea to like buy the most expensive one and then go down to the more cheaper bottles. Because I only have the 10. I've had the quarters and like the port finish and the sherry finish, the new one. I've had Lore and quarter cask, and what's the other ones I've had? I've had the cask strength 10 as well, but I only own 10 Lefroy, so I can't really. I haven't really explored it that much. Great stuff. It's just like an acquired kind of like when I'm feeling the mood is when I really enjoy it. So I'm going to check out Total Wine this week, get some Scotch. Yeah, highly recommend it. If you're going to pick up Lagavulin, Lagavulin 16 will be the one to pick up. I think it's like $65. Cheapest price anywhere you'll be able to find it. And also, Johnny Walker Double Black is the cheapest at Total Wine as well. There's a lot of great stuff there. Did you say $800? Yeah, but that's a 30-year-old Scotch, though. And that's available at a few stores. And that's actually like a good price for a 30-year-old age statement. Also for something that's kind of available. Because I think Balvenie 30-year-old is $2,500 for a bottle, which is kind of expensive. And then the 40-year-old is 5,000. And then when you get to the 50-year-old, bottling of Balvenie is $50,000. I think the retail is actually like 30 or like 28,000. However, they're sold for 50,000. It's kind of like Double Eagle, very rare. Retail is 2,000, but they normally sell between $5,000 and $10,000 for the bottle. I would love to buy one for 2,000. That's something that I would kind of like, if I had the cash sitting around, I would buy one of those. But I'm not going to find one for 2,000. I would. I have the cash, or I could, but it's something that I really need to run out and do currently. But yeah, a lot of great stuff out there. Find what you enjoy, find what you really enjoy, and drink it. Get all those bottles. You're going to hear that at the end of my video tomorrow. That's one of my favorite parts about the video, is how I talked about that. How buy the stuff that you really enjoy and you really enjoy drinking. Don't listen to these lists. Get what you enjoy and start drinking that. Yeah. Some good stuff. You like that salt brine? Some great stuff. Oh, then also you got Talisker as well. Get all that saltiness if you've seen that photo. Hey, Don, you're still here. You're probably like, oh, great. You guys ruined Talisker for me. Also, Travis, he also just got a Dark Storm the other day, which is a we can get Storm here, but Dark Storm is not available in the U.S. It's a I believe it's a duty free or European only or Europe only release. I'm not 100% sure where it's available, but I think he got off of Fine Drams, something like that. I've been needing to pick one up, but I'm working at one brand at a time, starting to collect everything. Let's call it a night. Good stream. I know. Thank you for joining me, John. Thank you for everyone else that's joined me today. Don't forget to check out my video that goes live at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, or Pacific Daylight Standard Savings Time, because right now we're in daylight savings, so it's a little bit different depending on where you're at in the country or what country you live in. So thanks again for watching, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Well, I would hope you're subscribed already, because you're here watching me on my live stream. So don't forget to hit that like button. Go down below. Click that like button if you haven't already. I got like a few more minutes. I don't know what else to say, guys. But thanks again for coming in, John, talking, hanging out. It's always great. I know there's like 4 or 5 people sitting in here right now. But yeah, very good stream. I enjoyed talking about it. I got to rant a little bit about why you shouldn't be listening. But yeah, listen to my video that's going to go on tomorrow. It's going to be great. I get a little passionate about why you shouldn't be listening to Jim Murray and all these YouTubers on to buy whiskey. Because some of the time, you may not enjoy it yourself. Find a whiskey you enjoy. Find someone that has the same profile as you. Then maybe follow them. It's up to you. Make sure you know what you're doing. But thanks again for watching, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys next week. May the best day of your past and wish you future. Cheers, guys.